LSTNT Podcast Network. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to Movies from Memory. On this podcast, you'll hear hosts
Dante
and
Art
and
Craig
try through a haze of smoke and alcohol to remember an important or nostalgic movie we haven't seen in several years. We are a little vulgar and insensitive, but that's just our sense of humor, and it all comes from a passion and love of movies. Nay, cinema. Tonight is Hollywood's classic 1998 film called
Rounders,
starring
Michael Rispoli as Grandma.
and,
Others
as always, please
like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to check the bottoms of your popcorn buckets for holes. Someone might put their dick in there.
Is it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Because we're live. They're making a new Resident Evil movie, but it's going to have like the actual characters from. So it's going to have like Leon.
It's gonna have Jill Valentine.
Yeah.
Look up the hentai they've made about
It's
Jill
called, like,
Valentine.
Won't
It's
be
good shit.
disappointed.
Good shit.
It's Resident Evil.
Very
Welcome
choice
to
stuff.
Raccoon City. It looks pretty good. Well, I can't say it looks pretty good, but the characters look like their video game counterparts. So
That's cool.
that's
That's
like
cool.
hopeful.
Looks
You know what I
accurate.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
It's not like Mila Jovovich in like 14 different movies in a red dress, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
She's like in the Monster Hunter franchise now. It's kind of crazy. She's gone to one video game franchise to another.
Would you say she's the queen of video game movies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Wait, who is?
I say it often, actually.
She's also the Blood Queen in Hellboy,
No.
but only once a month.
What actress is this?
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chick
she
from
is
Fifth
kind
Element.
of and from what's the other one she's in?
Fifth Element.
Oh, Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
Resident
Yeah.
Evil.
Corbin Dillon.
Oh yeah, I
Corbin
think I was
Dallas,
getting her mixed up with
Multipass.
that Kate whatever.
Oh, Beckinsale from
that
Underworld?
Does Underworld? Yeah.
Yeah, they're very
I thought
very
they were the
similar
same
roles.
person for a second.
It's like 90-pound models that are like beating the shit out of full grown
Yeah,
men.
exactly.
Like ripping their hearts out and stuff, breaking their necks.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can do that. That's cool.
Good juice.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Movies from Memory. I am your humble host, Dante. With me, as always, is my colleagues, cohorts, and co-conspirators, Artemio
What's up, babe?
and Craig.
Hoi hoi.
How you guys doing?
Doing well. That's nice hearing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Co-conspirators.
We made you,
Oh,
man.
literally.
You're a
I'm
made man.
man.
You have
We
a
used to
target on your
introduce
back
him
now.
as bitch.
Craig.
But then I begged you guys
Like
not
squeak
to.
little bitch, squeak little bitch Scolari.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You're, we hazed you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It came to the point where the police had to be called, but you survived. And you're better off for
I'm
it.
glad we're still friends after those restraining orders.
Me too.
Some of the stuff we did to you. It's pretty gross.
Folks, guys, we're here at the theater. We've got our bag of popcorn. We've got our bag of soda, and we've got our jujubes, and we're ready to talk movies, talk talkies. Today, we're talking Rounders. Thank you.
That's a rounders of applause.
Take a bow.
I almost had it.
The 1998
This
film
is a good one.
came out. It's running time of 2 hours and 1 minute. But before we talk about the film, we're going to go all the way back to the distant year of 1998.
For the audience, Craig is sparkling pixie dust to take us back into.
So we are back now.
We're back. I'm back to my childhood.
Join us. What is it, 98?
98.
Wow, so we're going to spend some time in 1998.
Heaven can wait.
For a podcast.
1998. I don't know. It always rhymes somehow. Well, I'm looking around. It's the year 1998. Some of these things look...
It looks good. I think I'll stay here a while.
Yeah.
At least long enough to record a podcast.
There's some of the things look familiar. One of those things, the most popular
There's a lot of
toy
Limp
of the
Bizkit
year.
around here.
Gas prices, am I right?
Furby.
And in this economy, my
Furby.
God.
Yeah, we got Furbies.
Oh, Furbies. Man, this was a great time.
I'm playing with my Furby at Chuck E. Cheese.
Can I be honest with you guys?
Yeah.
I wanted a Furby super bad when it was 1998. I was like, this is the coolest toy ever. That's all. Full stop.
It's a childhood dream.
Glad I could share with you guys.
Never came
I kind of secretly wanted a Furby, but didn't.
You don't tell other boys
But
that.
nah.
Unless
I don't even want it, bro.
I think that kind of reminded me of that was like the first big like toy craze that I can remember, where there was
that
like
was a big one.
there was a vendor that was like, you want Furby? I got Furby.
Wait, a vendor corner deal?
Yeah, like
you
know,
I
it's
got
like
dust, I got weed, I got
think
Xannies.
my mom's like
I got Furbies, I got Chris. Y'all party?
My mom's
Y'all
friend
Furby?
wanted one, and he's like, if you come back here like after hours.
Oh,
I got some glass,
dude,
bro.
If you come back to
And
this
I got
van,
Furby, too,
I got
dog.
all
Pretty
the
much,
Furbies.
right?
Oh, you just need glass? I thought you needed Furby. Never mind.
Oh,
It's
shit.
all good. Come get the glass over here.
Yeah, he was like trying to
I
sell.
got
It was
Furby,
probably like
dog.
a fake Furby. Let's be real.
Oh, it was a fake.
But yeah, they
Sure,
were like
yeah.
hot off the shelves, man. It was like
Dude, the fake ones were going for like $350.
Yeah,
350, oh shit.
it's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, what year were Beanie Babies big?
I
feel
feel like
like
it's
it was
like
around the same
99,
They are
2000.
still. My collection is.
It's just getting bigger.
Craig is
actually.
like 5 Beanie Babies
Yeah.
away from owning every Beanie Baby ever made.
Mhm.
All of
That's
them,
right.
not just the different models.
yeah,
like every
you got
copy.
the
Oh.
first edition,
Yeah.
second edition.
Oh
You got all the
You got all
different
the
I
editions.
have
You got all
every
the editions.
person's Beanie Baby. No one owns one except me.
You saved them from the landfill.
Yeah.
You're like Nick Cage
Hey,
hunting
guess
down
what?
those snuff films.
Is it
my
real?
God.
It's Beanie Babies.
I recreated the movie 8mm in my life, but with
But
Beanie
Beanie
Babies
Oh, no.
instead of
It was very dark.
snuff films.
Very dark time in my life. Very artistic. 1998, the sexiest man alive is Mr. Harrison Ford.
Oh, Harrison.
Isn't that kind of? I don't know.
He looks like their dad. They like that.
Yeah, in a weird way, right? Isn't that like a fetish or something?
What was that? What I'm trying to
Like
think of
an
what movie
edifice
was out in
now.
that time. Was it like fucking what?
I
Lies
think it's
Beneath
like
and shit like
what
that?
is it? 6 days, 7
Air
nights.
Force One, or is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Air Force
Yeah.
Was
One.
that out around
Get
that?
off
Probably
my
6 days, 7
plane.
I
nights.
never saw.
It's like that. They're like, wow,
Should
it's
we get
making
off
me
my
laugh. I do not fuck that guy.
He knew that.
It's like a slip and slide. This
He
motherfucker.
also was super like wise, which was a turn on where he knew, or like clever, like
There you go.
where he knew to go into the
The cockpit, as it were.
the
Fuselage?
cargo hold.
Okay.
He like snuck into the cargo to like get around.
He's
Damn.
Sly.
Sly, what a sly dog, Silver Fox.
Do you think
Yeah.
he watched Con Air and was like, "Oh, now I know how to do this"?
People thought he was just the president.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He said, "Sir, in the name of the United States, I command you."
In the name of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
You tell him you shall not pass.
Yeah. In the name of the Magna Carta.
They
So-
hijacked whose plane? Damn it.
That joke is just...
You're just pressing every button on the song.
Nice.
And we're back to
And
the
we're
show.
back.
Can you bring us back with a little of that pixie dust?
There we go.
There we go.
1998, the hottest woman alive is Jenny McCarthy. And this is actually one of the first times I actually agree with her. Yeah, she was super fucking fine.
Who
Dude,
was
wasn't
the-
she was on like an
Jenny
MTV
McCarthy.
late night show, right? It was like where she would bring like guests up or some shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
I can't remember. I think it was
contestants.
like Love Line or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I might be tripping.
She was kind of fire, huh?
Yeah, she was very fine.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if listeners have heard the lore of Chase, but I remember when he was a kid, he had a Jenny McCarthy poster on his wall that was like super like
Sticky.
lewd, not suitable for work, and he was like 9 or 10. No, he was probably like 11.
He was
no?
4 years old.
He was like 11 or 10 or something.
Over his crib.
And he had that in his room.
Crib.
Like a bunch of them. Oh my god. That was amazing to me.
Yeah, she was fine, dude.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
ridiculous. All right,
Jenny
let's
McCarthy.
a round of applause for Miss
I
Jenny
don't.
McCarthy.
I personally
Isn't she like an
haven't
anti-vaxxer
found
now?
her advice on medicine and lifestyle
yeah.
to be something I follow.
Yeah.
But
Besides
she was
that,
super hot.
Yeah.
like years ago.
easy on the eyes.
So that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still looks pretty good.
This is what it is.
So it is what it is.
1998.
When I saw her,
Oh my god.
Made sure to get my slide whistle slap.
I had to get my slide whistle slap because my dick was hard.
All right, video games in 1998. We got the PlayStation, the Nintendo 64, and like PC, obviously.
Was it Final Fantasy VII?
I was gonna say
was that
Pokemon Gold and
97?
Silver.
Oh no, the Gold and Silver. I don't even think
Pokemon
Red and Blue.
Pokemon Yellow, my dude.
Oh,
What?
Yellow.
Yes. That was obviously on the Game Boy. On N64, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time comes
Oh,
out.
Wow.
One of the
Starcraft
greatest of
all
drops
time.
on PC.
Oh, dude.
Half-Life drops
man,
on PC.
Starcraft was big. Half-Life was big too.
Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation.
Only the real heads knew Half-Life though.
Banjo-Kazooie
Metal Gear Solid was a classic.
on N64.
Banjo-Kazooie is one of the greatest
Yeah.
ever
Oh,
made.
and
bro.
you were right.
That's amazing.
Mr. Artemio. Pokemon Red and Blue also came out in 1998.
Okay, right on.
Same
right on.
year?
Same
No, I
year.
think they came out before Yellow, right?
They came out
Red and
before,
Blue.
but
They
could've
came
been
out
the
before,
same
but I
year.
think-
It could've been
yeah.
the
Same
release.
year.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, when it would boot up, it would always say, like, the
thought it was
copyright for Game
96.
Freak was, like,
Maybe that's the
98 to
team
something
Pokemon
else.
show. I'm thinking
Yeah, I'm
of.
not sure. I
Maybe
remember
that's when they
Pokemon
started,
for me. I remember being
making
in
the
middle
game.
school. Well, that doesn't make sense, right?
What's
yeah,
that?
98 would have been 6th grade for me.
Yeah,
Because 99
right?
to 2000 was 7th for. Oh yeah, for all of us, we were in the same grade. What the fuck am I talking
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody
Dude.
write in and fact check.
Yeah.
Starcraft was nutty because that one was. I remember kids like somebody had like burnt me a copy of it. Like it was the first time I even knew about like pirating like disc games or anything like that.
I
And,
think
yeah,
that was
we played that in computer class and that shit was so much fun.
For StarCraft?
Oh yeah,
dude.
that was like one of the first PC strategy games that I played that I
Me
was
too.
obsessed with. dude.
Yeah.
What did you guys
It's
play
super
as?
fucking hard.
Oh, I don't know. What is it? It was like the Zerg, the Marines, and then the Protoss.
Protoss.
Yeah, the
Right.
Terrans, the Zerg,
Yeah, the
Terrans, and
Terrans.
Protoss.
Okay, so I love the Terrans because I thought it was just like the xenomorphs, like the aliens.
That was Zergs.
That was the
Oh,
Zergs,
the Zergs,
or whatever,
okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I liked those, and then I liked the guys that were like blue energy.
the Protoss.
The
Is
guys
that what
who
they
made
are?
the
That
Protoss,
was just
yeah.
so fucking cool and like,
Dude.
They were like super hyper advanced.
yeah,
Like,
futuristic
I have that-
tech and stuff. It
yeah.
was
And they had
dope.
like pyramid shaped bases and stuff.
Mhm.
I still have that. You must collect additional pylons. It's like
Oh.
like burned into the back of my
We need
head.
that in our soundboard.
Yeah, those guys were hella expensive to play as though. Like their cost of energy.
Yes.
Was nutty.
I barely got to where I could start using the Protoss and like kind of was like not playing as much by then.
Yeah.
Like I spent like most of my time playing the Terrans. But the Zergs were like amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting flashbacks right now. Killing Marines, Space Marines. Okay, some of the songs came out in 1998 real quick.
It has
Smashing
to be
Pumpkins?
Limp Bizkit. Oh, Smashing Pumpkins.
How's It Gonna Be by Third Eye Blind.
How's it gonna be?
These are just some of the ones that to speak to me personally. Getting Jiggy With It by Will Smith.
Oh shit.
Arrow.
That's see, I like that song, and I'm like a big hip hop head, so I like songs like Getting Jiggy With It, and like other
keep going.
songs
Keep
like
going.
that.
Keep going.
Other songs
Chris
that are sort of like
Cross.
that.
Jump
Just
is
real
a good one.
hardcore hip hop, like Getting Jiggy With It.
Others.
You feel me?
No lies.
I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith.
Oh shit.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
That was for Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And that's
And not the Alkaline Trio song.
no, but Armageddon was one of the years, or one of the biggest movies of the
we'll
year.
have to do Armageddon
1998.
sometime on movies.
Dude, I'm
from memory.
super down for that one.
Some other movies
That's a
that
good one.
dropped,
That
Saving
song
Private
was
Ryan,
sick. by
Oh, shit.
Aerosmith.
American History
Oh.
X.
Damn, that was a big year for both Affleck and
We
Damon.
Yeah.
we might have to do. What was that movie you just said?
Armageddon or Saving Private Ryan.
Saving
Yes.
Private Ryan.
Yeah. Be fire. That'd be fire.
And then The Truman Show also.
Damn, those
came
were like
out
some
in
heavy
1998.
movies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I feel like American History X might be a little dodgy territory. We might want to.
Yeah, that might be
hard
for
to
the
do if you get
Patreon.
in trouble.
Yeah,
It's
there's
a minefield.
There's no way we come out of that.
It's like
Clean. There's
every
no way.
comment we make about the movie. It's
Yeah.
like, so you like identify with the character, motherfucker, or are you saying, no, hang on.
No.
When you guys hate
What
me, you
I
guys kept
meant
telling me
to
to bite
say.
the curb, and I didn't know what you meant.
God, yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, 1998. I feel like this is just deja vu all over again because we're in the NBA Finals, and what is it?
Sing it, sister.
It's Jordan's Bulls against Karl Malone and John Stockton's Jazz. And the
Utah
fucking
Jazz.
Bulls whoop on the Jazz again. In the series, they beat them 4
Jordan
games
does
to
that
2.
like crossover step back kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Byron Russell kind of like loses footing, and then Jordan just rises
Just
up.
claps
It's
his
just
cheeks.
shot, and then
Claps
that's
the
the one where
cheeks.
he like
Pumps the
just,
fist.
fist pumps, and
yeah.
it's just like, that's Jordan's
he
final
jumps
championship.
and- yeah.
That's gnarly.
And
He
just
does like
fucking
the
amazing.
Breakfast Club Judd Nelson
Pretty
fist
much.
pump in that one.
Yeah.
But not quite as cool.
Nah.
Was John Stockton on the Jazz at that time or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was killing it.
So
He was getting,
back-to-back
20 assists a
years,
game.
Karl Malone and John Stockton get fucking dealt with in the
Pulverized.
finals.
Yeah.
Like, that's
You get the daddy
heartbreaking.
dick from
Yeah.
Jordan and Pippen.
And obviously, if MJ wasn't there, then they would have won.
Yeah.
They probably could have won both
They
of those
probably
years
could
back
have
to
had a
back.
couple years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Take us 2021. You got
We're
the-
staying in '98.
Are we just gonna
aren't
just
we?
stay
Are we
here?
leaving?
Okay,
We're
I'm
doing
down to
the
stay
movie.
here. No cell phones allowed then, guys. Only pagers.
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
The VHS players.
That's true.
Yeah, and you can't call Grubhub, so don't. All right, so Rounders. It's a poker movie. What do you guys remember?
I think
All my chips were
cards.
on the table for this one.
Good one.
all I remember
Hello, is this thing on?
You gotta pay the man his fucking money.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Should we talk about the cast real quick?
So Malkovich
Just
is a
chewing up.
Russian
Mobster.
mobster that runs like poker games and gambling and
Just
shit. Some
love-
underground poker games.
The thing about him
High
is he
stakes.
loves Oreos.
Yeah.
And he's very eccentric, has a lot of
Little
like quirks and stuff, and he loves Oreos. And he thinks mans should be paid their fucking money.
So this movie, you got some pretty heavy hitters. You got Matt Damon, Edward Norton, John Malkovich, John Turturro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
It's a
say
murderer's row. And the
Yeah.
the blonde girl in this,
Martin
this is
Landau.
her peak where she's
Landau.
like super hot.
Gretchen Moy.
What's she
Is that
from?
right? She, like
Yeah.
other movies, she's.
Is she the one?
But
That's
this movie, she's peak.
What else is she in?
She's in
Choice.
Boardwalk Empire. She plays like the
Oh.
hot mom, the MILF. It's crazy.
I didn't watch it.
And then
can't remember what
Famke
else she's
Jensen
in.
is also in this one.
Oh, dude,
That's the
she
girl from
is-
Goldeneye
she's-
that's just
yeah,
like
she's Jean Grey.
Fire.
And she's Jean
Yeah,
Grey,
Jean
yeah.
Grey.
And she was in something we were watching the
We
other
were just
night.
watching.
She's
Oh,
in
House on
the-
Haunted
Oh,
Hill.
yeah.
Oh, the House on Haunted Hill.
Dude, yeah.
Famke Janssen. or
Talk
whatever.
about sexual awakenings when you're a little boy, am I right?
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, what?
Wow.
Hey, we can just cut that out. We just
Cut it out. Get that on the cutting room floor.
Word to Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It's just what it is.
It's a shout out.
If I remember correctly, Matt Damon just gets like his dick in the dirt, his ass handed to him in the very beginning of this movie.
Oh, that's
And he
right.
played
Yeah,
a
yeah,
poker.
yeah.
He
yeah,
like loses all his money,
and he's like trying to go to college or some shit.
I think he's like
that,
a
right?
Yeah.
he's a lawyer, or no, he's going to college to be a lawyer. That's what it
Okay,
is.
okay.
Yeah.
He's got to pass the bar,
Pass the bar.
and
The
yeah,
it's a wicked bar.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
sound like
Pass
Southeast.
the bar.
But John Malkovich just like fucking he felts him, so all his chips are
What?
gone, and he's just looking down and seeing the felt on the table. That's all he says.
He
He's
felted. Got felted.
But no, yeah, he loses.
Is this
all,
your man?
He loses all his
Oh,
money,
your
and
man's
he's
got
like
felted?
seductively. You mentioned it before, but he's like a Russian
pushed
KGB,
him.
like poker player, and he's
Yeah.
seductively eating Oreos as he like takes all your money.
Oh, that's
So-
right. He's
And-
like tongue
and makes
fucking
you-
him. while he's
and
stealing all
makes
your
you
money.
his son. So you're now
He sons
Malkovich's
you.
son.
Yeah,
I love Oreos, and he goes. "Ah, la, 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 la."
You belong to me now.
He gets all Spanish or something. I love these Oreos. Do you love Oreos?
Hey, fool, I love this fucking Oreo.
Ooh, I love these Oreos.
And then yeah,
The
so
fucking Peachy Raiders. They're a cart.
I love to dunk my Oreos in fucking leche, huh?
In leche like Derek Carter.
Matt Damon.
He's a very good father to
we
his
turned
kids.
we turned it from was it like KGB to
KGB, but he's
to
like
Spanish to,
Yeah.
to Mexican.
Hey, Matt
So,
Damon,
like-
are you going to
So,
put
like-
your chips in for this poker game?
he's like a federale or
Raiders.
something.
oh no, he's
a
Russian.
cartel.
So he's not a cholo, he's Russian. we got
Yeah,
I
we
thought I
fooled
was doing
you.
a Russian accent.
Yeah, so Matt Damon is just like, he gets mollywopped, and then the movie begins.
I like how they say, I forget if it's at that point, but they say like a poker player like
Gets
can't
cheeks
really
clapped all the
remember
time.
can't really remember much about his big wins when he clapped cheeks on other people, other poker players.
Yeah.
But they remember with great detail all their big losses.
Isn't that like
where they got their cheeks clapped?
Is that like what happens with like gamblers who like are addicted to gambling?
Yes.
They're more addicted to the loss than they are like to the win or some shit.
I think they're addicted to the win, but it's like you know, that's.
But the win is so like fleeting. The loss just like kills
Lingers,
you.
Yeah,
lingers. Yeah.
It probably makes you question everything. Like, I thought I was the best underground poker player alive.
I thought I had this
not.
It's cool
bookie
because
guy, like,
Matt
gets the
Damon's like
ropes.
a poker nerd, and he like quotes like real pro poker.
Doesn't he like narrate throughout the whole movie?
Yeah, he's doing.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts about narration?
I like it. I think it's
I
like
dig it.
definitely a helpful tool with movies.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you can kind of check out like the inner workings of whatever the character is.
and
So it's definitely
explain
helpful.
things like without actual dialogue.
Yeah. I think like some of
I
actually
like it.
my favorite movies, like Goodfellas.
I was just
like,
thinking of
they're-
that.
Yeah,
as an
because
example
then
when the
sometimes
word
you
works.
can have. Sorry, I like talked over you, but sometimes they can kind of have other things going on. You're almost telling like two stories at once.
I see what you're
It's
saying.
like explaining something and then they're showing some other stuff.
Yeah. That is nice, like especially if it's two narratives going over the same scene, where one talks and then the other one takes over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I think it's like a cheat code. Like it's like a warp whistle to like give more of the story.
Yeah. Warp was.
But
Yeah.
so he loses his money, and then his girl is like, "Okay, you got to swear off gambling or something like that."
I think he just completely like he gets his dick shot off. In a word.
What happens to
So
him?
he gets clapped up and shot off.
Well, it's like his
emotionally, his dick
whole
is-
world crumbles
his
down.
dick's
like
in the dirt.
He loses all his money. His girl like discovers, holy shit, you've been gambling. You're not supposed to be gambling, and you lost this money. So I'm gonna leave you.
And she's banging.
And she's fucking banging. And I mean, that's a tragedy unto itself.
Is she a coyote?
I don't know. She's very attractive. She's white toes or whatever it was.
Pink toe?
She's a pink toe.
She's a POG, all right? He has a POG girlfriend.
She's a pink toe.
Yeah.
I got that slammer, baby, for that bug.
And so his whole world's falling apart, and he's supposed to be doing like the lawyer papers, and he's getting Fs
From the PAWG to the lawyer test.
yeah.
I mean, it's just
It's all it's getting his dick shot off.
I've never heard that term before tonight.
I know, man.
Got his dick
It's
shot off.
It's so
It's a
apropos
classic
of that.
situation where the guy gets his dick shot.
And then so he has nothing left, and then all of a sudden he gets like a fucking like 1-800-collect phone call.
You have a click call from
The worm. Hey, it's worm. Pick up.
Worm.
So his friend gets out of prison. Like his friend from years ago gets out of prison.
Oh yeah, and you start
Yeah.
showing him all the sleight of hand that he picked up in the joint.
And he's like a fucking
Yeah.
swindler,
Edward Norton.
scammer, flim flam man, like card shark.
He's a straight
Yeah.
flim. And not to be confused with the Scooby Doo
Actually,
character.
let me think about. I think you're right. He is a flim flam man.
He's a bit of
Think
a
about technically
schemer.
speaking,
Yeah.
he's a
All
flim
sign-
flam man.
Yeah.
All signs point to
Yeah.
flim flam.
Yeah. I think so.
Hornswoggler for sure.
You know what's
Oh
nutty?
my
Don't they
God.
dress them
A
up like
rabble
how they have
rouser.
like a... All right, guys.
I think I said
we
that
got
the
a great
last
He's
time.
dressed
I
he's dressed like Max Payne, I believe. Edward
He
Norton.
is.
through this movie.
was gonna say he was Tyler Durden reminiscent a little
It
bit.
is a little
Kind
bit
of, yeah.
Max Payne.
Yeah, he's not Jack. He's
He
Tyler.
looks like the
Durden.
guy from Saints Row. No, I'm just
Holy shit!
But we were talking about this before that he's like, I was like swindling everybody in prison, and then he's like, hey, check this out.
Yeah,
And he shows him his arm, and he has a ace tattoo on his
this
forearm.
out. Yeah.
Like an ace
Yeah.
on his sleeve.
Yeah, and he's doing that thing where he deals from the bottom of the deck or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's super slick.
Oh,
and
like a little sleight of hand kind of
yeah,
stuff.
And
it
yeah,
looks
you-
like he's drawing from the top.
Yeah,
he's
and you
drawing from
can't
the bottom.
even, like, to the eye, you can't even tell. He's so smooth.
And it
He's
looks
probably
like
been doing this for years.
it looks like fucking Ed Norton is doing like some of it.
I don't remember
Like-
seeing his hands and his face in the same scene. So
They might.
There's
I think
another
they
guy,
do that a
another
lot.
they got a
doing
stunt
it.
hand.
I
for
think
it.
they
Yeah.
definitely do that a lot. But it
Probably,
seems
yeah.
like he maybe was like
He practiced it with
practice,
it,
yeah.
like,
Tried to get where he's like comfortable.
I'm sure he
tossing
did,
the
yeah.
cards around or whatever.
They like they put him in like a class on how to like deal cards or whatever, yeah. So he wasn't like
if I couldn't even like fake it, you know, like
And then they just go into like
fake the funk.
He's like show me around, you know, like help me out, get back on my toes, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then
I need to find a pink toe and get back on my feet.
I think actually one of the first things that happens is Edward Norton goes to like a whorehouse or something.
Oh yeah,
and there's
right.
there's like a pimp
and then he
there.
owes them money.
Yeah, he owes the pimp there there's a pimp named Grandma. It was a guy.
Yeah, or no, isn't it like grammar?
I think it's Grandma, but it might be
Grandma is
grammar.
kind of
Grandma.
But yeah, it turns out that Edward Norton is just a piece of shit, and of course he like owes everybody in the city money.
yeah.
And he's homies with Matt Damon.
What happens to where he gets? I forget how he gets Matt Damon to start playing poker with him again. Oh, he takes him to that spot where Damon just like sits in the car the first time, right?
I think he takes him like to the Hamptons or something, and he's just like, drop me off, man, and you can go get like a fucking
He's acting like he's at
White Castle, and you come back in a couple hours, you pick me up, and then we're gonna roll.
Go to REI and buy a new sweater or vest or
what are you gonna
something.
do or whatever? Get a new Soul Asylum record.
Oh shit!
At the Virgin Superstore.
And then Matt Damon like can't help himself. He's like, I gotta go in there and I gotta fucking.
Well, he's got that itch. Problem is, he ain't got nothing to scratch.
Ooh,
That's
and that's what it is.
Point.
And so Edward Norton knows
I never thought
this,
of it
and he's like got pretty much like worked it out, like you said, to get him back in the game.
Yeah.
And they pretty much like all of a sudden it's established that Edward Norton immediately starts cheating, and he cannot play.
Oh, that's right.
a fucking
I
card
like
game
how
straight. Like he
that's
always
Norton
has to
is
cheat.
totally like trying to work before they even get there. He's messing with trying to like manipulate Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Like where he like you said, kind of makes fun of him, like, oh, you're not gonna play, you're too uptight. And
bitch.
tries to get him to play. Then the next time they go out, he's like, "Oh no, like you don't have to play." Matt Damon's like, "Son of a bitch," and then waits 5 minutes and goes in there, and he's just like acting like they don't know each other.
That's right, because he does start cheating the first time they go out, and isn't Damon
he
like
immediately starts cheating?
And Damon's like, "Don't fucking do that shit again. Like I'm good enough to beat these guys."
Yes.
Like
Because I think the first thing he
good
does
enough
is
to be
like he fucking gets like a flush, or he gets like pocket aces.
Yes.
Oh,
And
that's
folds.
right. Folds.
And he looks and he just like sighs because he has like 2 aces, and he just folds right away.
And
Edward Norton's like.
Edward Norton's like, I play the game to scam people. Like, I don't want to
like
play.
we're trying to win,
so that way there's no chance in
exactly,
it.
Yeah, you don't leave it up to chance.
And then, so they're kind of...
Matt Damon's like the prodigal son now. It's like he can beat all these...
But he's also smart. And he can
smart.
He can get out of the poker life. You know, he can be a lawyer. He doesn't have to,
it's the character Will Hunting. This is a sequel.
Isn't his
like
John Turturro plays like his mentor, right?
His mentor, poker friend. He's like,
he is a poker,
but he's like, man, it's just sad.
He's like.
He doesn't even play for fun. He has like a family.
He's like a career poker player.
Because doesn't he call him like a shit poker
player?
player?
I got alimony and I got like child support to pay.
Damon like
he like flips out on him, right?
Oh
yeah. And he's like, listen here, you little fucking punk.
Yeah, he's like, I don't play for fun, motherfucker. I gotta do this.
Yeah, he's
for work.
like, you don't think it's glamorous because I'm not like winning the World Series of Poker, win $1 million pot.
Yeah.
He's like, but I come out here and like make like a living.
Yeah, and he's been like consistently good.
He can that's like a different thing, but you'd have to be scary good.
Yeah.
To like you've increased your odds enough to like if you play enough you'll win enough to make like a living.
John Turturro really he's not in this movie that much, but he's just awesome.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And all the side characters, it seems like a lot of side characters.
Yeah.
And real poker players too, when they like go and sit down at the table and shit.
Yeah,
and just the
real
people
pros.
talking, it's like it's fucking
some
dope.
Pros,
it's a good movie.
No real pros.
Yeah,
and they do mention and like reference.
I think they go to Vegas at one
pros.
point, actually, like, in the movie.
Doesn't he say like he beat one of the champions?
Or Atlantic City? That's where.
What about when they? Oh yeah. What about when they play? I think it's the first one they play, or maybe the Hamptons one's the first one they do together. Maybe I forget, but the cop one.
Oh yeah, that's where they catch him with the
and they catch him cheat. They catch Norton, dealing from the bottom.
And that's where they
beat
pretty
the
much like
shit
go their separate ways after that, because Edward Norton is trying to do his bullshit,
Yeah.
Dealing from underneath.
Yeah.
And these
Yeah.
and they also go in separately, and
Yeah.
pretend like they
Yeah.
don't know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, so it makes it look even
That's-
worse.
Yeah. And then one of the cops figures it out, and then he's like, "All right."
He like stops his hand while he's dealing.
Yeah, he's like, he catches him, and he's like,
he like grabs his
and
wrist.
Edward Norton's like swears up and down, "I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "Okay, well then, show me. If you don't know that guy, then show me what hand you have, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're strangers." And then I think he has like fucking pair of kings or some shit.
Yeah, he has like
and
two
they're like,
pair.
"Motherfucker!"
Yeah.
And this is like a policeman's lodge or something.
Yeah.
This is the sort of place you would
Yeah.
not want
One
to
of
be.
those, like,
after
people-
hours.
After hours, and a bunch
Yeah.
of surly, drunk cops.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's
off-duty
like-
It's
cops.
like
I'm not
that
even-
lobsters. You're like one of those. Either one
I'm
of those
not
spots.
doing
You don't want to
this
do that shit.
on the
No.
clock as a
No.
cop.
Yeah.
I'm
And
doing
they-
this, like unofficially gonna whoop your
Yeah, this is
ass.
for fun.
And they
Yeah.
just beat the piss out of both these
Yeah.
guys. Like, they're bleeding from the ears and the nose
Yeah.
and just
and
like
the dick and
from the dick.
Well,
They
it's
got
kind
their-
of assumed.
got their dicks cut off, you could say.
Shot off.
Shot off.
So isn't it like Worm starts to panic because he can't because he
He's-
has to pay people off.
Yeah,
And
he's been. I
He's
think,
like
He lives at like the school. Remember the high school?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. He lives in their old high school and he's like shooting
Matt Damon.
hoops.
Yeah. Matt Damon. finds
And
him.
like doing
Yeah.
laundry when the kids aren't there. And like eating out of the mess hall and stuff.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, yeah,
He's
there's
got some chicken nugs. and
He's got some
fucking
chicken nugs.
fish.
He's just
And
like
he's
that
just-
dude in the basement in Parasite.
He's shooting hoops, but it's like at the little kids like basketball.
Just dunking.
Yeah.
Oh
shit.
yeah, he's like
Swishing jumpers. And
it's ridiculous, man. He's
he
like, what do you-
doesn't
he's
he
doing
try to
stutter steps
play
and
with
fadeaways
Matt
and
Damon?
shit?
yeah, he's like, come on, man, we're living the life. Nobody's got it better than us.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You have to hide out. There's pimps after you.
That's
like, you owe
perfect.
everybody
'Cause
money.
Matt Damon could, like, the doors open to like go into that life, and he'd be set
It's
up
so
better
glamorous.
than a lot of people
Yeah.
because he's really good at poker.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's smart enough to be like, this is all bad.
Yeah, this is
Worm is
insane.
like, what are you talking about? Like, we can kill it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's
you know, and Matt
Who's
Damon
got it better than us?
So they
Nobody.
lost his banging ass pink toe PAWG,
Yeah.
but he's trying to get the PAWG back in his life.
He's trying. Yeah, he's trying to get the bag back. He's trying to get his
He's trying to
paw
get the
back.
real chip. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to beat that fucking KGB Russian.
So,
yeah, so he
what-
can get the pink toe.
So they
back.
end up putting Worm's debt on Damon, right?
Yeah, so I think
Oh, yeah.
so. Worm is like, let's fucking just skip town. Let's get out of
Yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah.
And
Let's
like
skedaddle.
fuck all this, and we'll like bleach our hair and go to Mexico or something.
Bleach our assholes.
Start a fight club.
You go to West Hollywood or
That'd be
something.
Start a fight.
And then Damon's like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna just try to make all this money back
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
one night. But I guess he just goes to KGB, right?
Oh, and then loses again, right?
I think.
I think he does, right?
And then he
because
gets-
then he
that's
has
why
to
he goes
borrow
to-
money from Turturro.
Turturro, right? Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what-
and also, I think you said his name, but I think this scene already
Grandma?
happened. We haven't talked about it, but Martin Landau.
Oh yeah, Martin Landau, which is like
He's
his
in it,
college
too.
professor or something. That he has
and
to.
he's like a guy that you can tell like liked Matt Damon when he was a student.
Yeah.
and, like is like another like mentor character, and
He's the one that
looks like a fucking rich dude.
Yeah, and he wants to help him like get out of the life, obviously.
Yeah.
And actually, is like
he's the one that gives him the money, right?
yeah, like a shit.
No, doesn't? I'm like trying to remember now.
I
Does
think
he
Turturro
say
says no?
no?
I think
I'm
Turturro
thinking-
says no because he's like, no, I'm
Oh,
cutting you
is that
off.
what it is?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
You're too
Okay, and Martin
dangerous. You're
Landau
too.
is
That's
like,
what. That's why
giving
he flips out
That's
on him. He's like, "Fuck you! You don't even fucking know how to play poker or whatever." And he's like,
and Landau goes and gets the,
He gets the loot.
yeah, he has one of those banks like Scrooge McDuck.
He's
where
a
he
gigolo
jumps
on the
in.
side.
So he
right?
puts on the one-piece swimsuit, dives in, like
First.
goggles
Oh
on,
my god! Into the grotto where he finds all the
Yeah.
coins.
and he grabs the right amount of golden coins,
But he-
doubloons.
I think Damon like pretty
and
much
pays Matt Damon.
he finds out that all the debt has been that KGB buys
And
the
Grandma?
debt from Grandma.
Okay.
And so he pretty much has-
KGB did.
Yeah, and
That's
he pretty
right.
much has to like bet on himself.
Yeah.
That he's like, all right, well, I can't like pay you back all the money, or maybe I can, but like, we're gonna play for it for
Yeah.
the rest. And that's where they had this like fucking epic showdown.
Oh yeah, it goes
Yeah.
like, it goes like through the
Oreo
night,
filled
doesn't it?
showdown. Yeah, it's like
And he goes,
it's like night to day. They're playing like 12 hours
all the way-
straight.
yeah,
It's
and he goes,
insane.
check, check, check.
Yeah.
All you do is fucking check.
Yeah, and it's great. Like that might be the best part of the movie is probably the last 20 minutes of the movie. It's
That's
like
true,
this fucking poker.
It's the most
scene.
poker scene.
Yeah, where they're bluffing and like shit talking. It's all mind
And he's getting his
games.
ass kicked too,
That
right?
one's like
and then,
super
like,
intense.
Where he's got like 2 chips left or something stupid like
And
that,
he
and then he
fights.
notices
He's
like,
like,
motherfucking
back.
Oreos.
Yeah, and then I think that's what it is. And
Oh,
and
that's
he like
his
figures out
tell?
his tell. Yeah.
Yeah, because he talks about it
Yeah,
at the
my
beginning of the movie,
Oreos.
right? He's like, everybody has a tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like he licks the cream or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Or he bites- That's
He like
seriously-
makes,
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
it's like a treat. Right?
Yeah,
like, he
this
gives
is
himself
my
a treat of the
treat.
Oreo.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
If he's doing well, if he's
And
not
he'll,
doing well,
like-
he'll like leave it.
And Malkovich like twists it open and like looks at it, admires it before he like licks it.
It's so good.
It tastes so good, Matt Damon.
And then so Damon beats him, but KGB reminds him, like Matt Damon's like walking out, and he's like, all right, the fucking sun's rising, like, I don't have to worry about you, you dumb Russian.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
out
yeah,
of here.
Morning.
Fuck this, I'm gonna get like a hot shower.
He's real personal.
Yeah, he's like, the USSR fell.
Yeah.
You're a failure.
Oh my god.
But he's like, okay, whatever, like leave.
Oh yeah,
And
he's like, you'll
yeah.
be back or whatever. Right?
And he's like, okay, anyways, like, I pay you with your own money. And,
Yeah.
like, that's
Oh,
where,
yeah.
we go back to the very beginning of the movie, KGB beat him.
yeah.
So
Oh,
he just
yeah.
pretty much paid him back his money. And
Yeah.
Damon's like, all right, we're going to sit down one more time and for everything, for all of it.
Yeah.
And then, they're just like, all right, let's fucking go. And
And
they play
there's
like another
1v1?
Yeah, 1v1, and it's like another 6
Yeah.
hours.
That's
Yeah,
right. I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that. He's like, fuck that.
And it's insane. And like at this point, it's like, all right, if you lose, you're just dead.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
these weird Russians are gonna do whatever to you.
And then
This guy's gonna be out of his
and
cookies soon.
when he wins, the guards are basically just like, whatever, we don't care who won.
Yeah.
Teddy KGB, you want us to fucking kill this
Yeah,
bitch?
yeah.
This little waspy bitch.
They're like,
And
There's
that's when he drops the famous line.
there's a very Grim Reaper fucking death stare going on because
it's like he's in
it's
their
millions
den.
of dollars
It's
at this
like,
point. that
do
they're
these
handing
bad
over.
dudes really want to give you, even though you won it fair and square?
But the thing about
Yeah.
KGB is he's a man of honor.
Yeah,
But that's
he's
what
a
it
man
kind of
of
turns
word,
out
actually,
to be.
Yeah.
And that's when he says, pay the man his fucking money.
And
Fucking
KGB
man.
is disgusted
Man.
with himself at this
Yeah.
point.
Oh, that's
He
right.
just goes
'cause
and
you were-
watches. He slinks away and watches like a soccer game.
Oh, yeah, and he's pissed.
Like hands on
He's,
his
like,
hips,
miffed.
pissed.
Do you
Yeah.
Huffing and puffing.
before the game ends, he realizes that he didn't realize he had to tell.
Ah.
And then he's like,
oh yeah,
when
he
does
like
he
freaks out on
realize
his
it?
cookies.
"Hey baby,
man.
you like those cookies?" And he's like pissed off and like throws them against the wall and shit like
Yeah,
that.
Hey,
chick. All
Yeah.
you do is chick. Yeah, and then fucking dude, he wins. He wins big.
and then
He wins it
doesn't
big.
he decide to leave college to go
He-
pursue
he-
like professional?
to go to
He
the World
leaves
Series
the
of Poker.
lawyering. He leaves the colleging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
He goes to the World Series of Poker.
exactly.
Right?
He bets on himself.
Gets on his
and,
He's got the
and that's
Russian
when.
thing.
But I remember that you had mentioned before. There's like a flashback where he fucking sat at the table with like the best poker player in the world and like
Oh,
bluffed
yeah.
him
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
one hand.
Oh, yeah.
And like he believes in himself. He's
Yeah.
like, I sat down with the best.
He's betting on himself.
betting on himself. And yeah, he goes to fucking Vegas
Yeah.
with like all this money, and that's how the movie ends, which is pretty amazing. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And he pays back Martin Landau and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
And
he's
then I
like,
think he still
"Keep all
lost
your
his
books."
the POG.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Sadly, but there's gonna
Does he
be
go back
more
for-
of them in the future.
He goes back for one more like face sitting.
Oh
like,
yeah, ow,
just
for-
vicious
Yeah.
sexual.
He's like, yeah,
But then he kind of ends it on that, and that's just subtext. That's
Ooh.
while you're watching the credits.
It's
you
implied
think
more than shown.
Yeah.
that
exactly.
probably happened.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I definitely would go back and watch this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the cast
classic.
like really
It's classic.
nails it.
Yeah.
Like Malkovich's performance really makes the movie.
Dude, he's
work
off the
on another
chain.
level.
Yeah.
I listened to an interview with Matt Damon talk about like what's
Yeah,
his
Matt
name?
Damon's super good in it. Too.
But he talks about John Malkovich and
Oh, yeah.
like where he's like, I don't want to butcher or misquote him, but he was saying something along the lines of like Malkovich like during like in between takes he's like, yeah, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm just going with this. And everybody's like treating him like he's like the best actor. He's like,
Oh wow.
That's so funny. It's like,
yeah,
whatever, man.
he's awesome. in it.
But it's so funny
And
because
Ed Norton too.
to him, it's like, whatever, fuck it, I'm just doing this. But, his, like, okay. It's like, oh my god, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
It's still
Yeah.
like
so funny.
most
Yeah.
actors like best performances. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
It helps, I think, that character being so big and colorful and
Yeah.
chewing the scenery
Yeah.
and stuff. Like the movie would, maybe be missing something without that.
Disney wearing like a bright red tracksuit too, or some shit like that.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
He is
that's
fucking-
right.
He is dressed so fresh
He's a
in this
Tenenbaum?
movie. It's amazing. He's dressed like Nico Bellic. GTA
Yeah, he's
4,
basically GTA
like
4's protagonist.
Slav, like Eastern European
Yeah.
fashionista.
Cute boy.
And it's
A cute boy.
He's a cute boy. Yeah,
Cute boy, rude boy, butty boy.
But yeah, so with that, this fucking
I think
awesome
we
movie.
remembered that movie.
Yeah, I think we remembered it pretty good.
That was rounders from memory.
Almost as much as we remembered Starcraft, but that's,
Yeah,
Dude,
We
almost.
talked about Starcraft for
that's gonna be a bonus. That's for the Patreon.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go buy me a physical copy of Starcraft on PC.
Oh my god.
Load up my Windows 97.
All right, all you Zergs and you Protoss, I hope you enjoyed
Space
the
Marines.
podcast.
Remember to like, comment, and
The
subscribe.
Protoss cast.
It's been Dante, Craig, and Artemio. Thank you for listening to Movies from Memory.
Fuck you.
See you at the theater.
Bye. Oh my fucking god.
fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
Sweet.
No, but
Sports
seriously, we can
fans.
probably record a podcast.
All right.
Is it Saturday night?
Sports fans.
Yeah.
Because we're live.
Oh.
I tried that.
We still
last
gotta
time,
do
and I just said, "Is it Saturday Night Live?" And I look at Dante and I go, "Fuck, I fucked it up."
We got to do a live episode. We've done the live game streams on Twitch, but we got to do
Some kind of live
some
stream.
kind of live. Yeah, like
Dude,
do
they're
live
making a,
movies from memory. You like the Oreos?
She's also the Blood Queen in Hellboy, but only once a month.
We got Furbies.
Oh, Furbies. Man, this was a great time.
I'm playing with my Furby at Chuck E. Cheese. He has a PAWG
She's a
girlfriend.
pink toe.
Yeah.
Paw.
And I got that slammer, baby. Hey, fool, I love this fucking Oreo.
Ooh, I love these Oreos.
And then, yeah,
The
so...
fucking Peachy Raiders. They're a cart.
I love to dunk my Oreos in fucking leche, huh?
I'm getting, flashbacks right now. Killing Marines, Space Marines. We hazed you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It came to the point where the police had to be called, but you survived, and you're better off for it. He gets his dick shot off,